Hi, I'm Neil Sackmary.
Hi, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division, PEIO. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Trooper Talk.
And together, we can make a difference. Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of Trooper Talk. We have Trooper Hagstrom, and I would like you to please introduce yourself, as you are a very important guest that we've been trying to get on, and we're very excited to have you. Please tell us who you are.
Thank you for having me. First off, my name is Patrick Halligan. I'm a sergeant with the Investigation Division down here in Las Vegas.
So, when it comes to Trooper Talk, we go inside the life of the Nevada State Police in many different capacities. Sometimes we talk about what it is that people do, but we're always looking to hire new people who are interested in your field, and so who might want to do a lateral move or these type of things. So it's very intriguing for a lot of different things. So primarily, what is it that you do for the Nevada State Police?
So here in Las Vegas, I guess throughout the state, we're responsible just to support investigative activities for local jurisdictions. Here in Las Vegas, it's a little different. We have Las Vegas Metro, Henderson, and North Las Vegas that are pretty big and have plenty of resources. So primarily, we do a lot with the rural jurisdictions outside of Clark County, and then we have offices throughout the state. So in the event of major crimes, if they have something happen in their jurisdiction and don't have the resources, whether it's people, crime scene stuff, things like that that would help investigate those, they have the ability to request state resources, which is our division. So we would then send a couple of detectives, supervisors as needed to those areas, and then take over whatever it is that they're looking for.
And Trooper Hagstrom and I, we met you.
Yes.
We were very excited when we came for the promotion ceremony.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we got to walk and see Trooper Hagstrom's office, and you were in there. And, you know, one of the things that's really cool that Trooper Hagstrom is always trying to bring to Trooper Talk is different divisions and things like this. And so it means a lot to you on a personal level, and then for the Trooper Talk level to have him sitting here.
Absolutely. I was kind of worried to even get him here today
Yeah.
because, you know, they're always busy and there's a lot going on. You know, these guys do so much. I mean, like he said, when the rural area doesn't have the resources or the equipment or the training that they do throughout the state, they'll request the state. And like here in Las Vegas, you know, they'll do stuff like prescription fraud. They'll do homicides. If let's say it's out of the jurisdiction of, you know, Metro or something, they'll get called out of that area, you know, so because they have a large area, because we're talking Clark County, but and they're also statewide, so they can go anywhere in the state. Even though he's assigned down here, he may be called to a different location, whether it's Winnemucca, Ely, or Elko, to do extra resources for their investigative division. So it's pretty exciting getting them down here, but we'll get into some good conversations because these guys do a lot of stuff. That, you know, they'll work with the federal, like DEA, like doing drug bust as far as like taking down marijuana grows and stuff like that. But I don't want to get in too much because he'll be able to tell you. But it's a really exciting division that I wanted to really get on Trooper Talk to kind of show the vast different jobs that we have here in Nevada State Police.
To be qualified to go into your division, right? So they have to do the 2 years.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
typically the openings are there's very few of us, so they don't happen too often. So generally somebody comes, our candidate pool is usually highway patrol and parole and probation. They do, you know, the training and stuff through the basic academy, the same thing that we would all do. They'd go do however much time it takes them until there's an opening, and then it posts statewide for like a promotional transfer opportunity. And then there's some, not really criteria, but things that you could do throughout your time within those divisions that will help you set yourself up, you know, for a better opportunity to come into the division. So,
and these guys are experts at it because they do quite a few search warrants, but our guys they'll actually walk them through how to do a search warrant. And it's something that, you know, even though you go through the academy, you know, being in different areas in the state, everything is done a little bit differently because you got different district attorneys. They want things done a certain way. So they're able to walk a trooper through the process of how to do like a search warrant.
Yeah, and the thing is that, in Las Vegas, right, we have the speeding, we have the impairment, and these type of things, but we have shown before, the U-Haul truck that's filled with marijuana, right, or and these type of things. And so when we talk about impairment on the road, when we talk about these type of activities, the prescription drugs that people are taking and doing false doctor things and all this type of stuff, right? They filter down to the end user, but they have to come from somewhere. So somewhere, somehow, they're being transported and stuff like that. And so we're very thankful to have a specific division that is trying to stop these type of activities, because they really are hurting the end user, and it's a trickle down effect, right?
Yeah. So, and like he said, right, we work a lot with some of the local jurisdictions and then some of the federal partners as well. But people that we wouldn't probably normally consider, especially in regards to the prescription drugs, right? The Board of Pharmacy will refer a lot of things to us when they see either patients that have unusual prescription patterns, or they're getting a lot of different things from different doctors, right? We can't do that. So we will look at like patients and doctors that are diverting those typically legal drugs, right? The pharmaceutical things where you can go to the doctor, get your prescription, right? But then when that enters the market illegally, it becomes our problem again. And so that's what we've seen with a lot of the deaths and stuff, the overdose things that are going on. They're prescription pills that kids would imagine are perfectly fine because they're from a doctor, but they're still dangerous drugs that they don't need to be taking. And then, yes, they end up impairing people, and unfortunately, a lot of overdose deaths.
And they do doctor shopping. That's what it's kind of called. They
So,
kind
yeah,
of shop
as
for doctors. that
Patients
do
will
the-
go, to doctors, and then they'll see one doctor, get a prescription. They'll go see another doctor, get the same prescription.
It's wonderful to know that there's a division that's trying to find these illicit activities, because these type of activities translate to people that are obviously dying because of this. We have the fentanyl and all these type of things that I see on every news program where they look like this pill, but it's actually 100% not. Go ahead.
No, so that's another huge problem, right, is fentanyl, and it's kind of everywhere right now. And we out of our Las Vegas office don't do a lot of particular, I wouldn't say drug enforcement. I do have one detective assigned with the DEA specifically for that, but we have also drug task forces in Ely and Winnemucca and Fallon and Elko, and then Carson City area that do specifically target narcotics, right? So
You have some things here, right? Now,
Yes.
let me just be clear. These are a sample assortment of pictures that we want to show. There's a lot of other things that you do that we're not showing, and things of this nature. And so we want to be very clear that we're not trying to impede on any type of investigation, or what I mean, of anything of this nature. But tell us what is going. Because I look at this, I see guns, but I don't even know what's going on here.
So yeah, on your, I guess your left there, these are some of the outdoor marijuana grows. It's again statewide.
Oh,
and there's,
this is marijuana.
There's partners with, again, local and state and federal resources that combine to go combat the illegal marijuana grows that are happening like in the middle of the forest or whatever. So
In the middle of the forest.
yes. So these will be in generally, more often mountain ranges that are kind of northern-ish. Several years ago, there was one discovered over in Level Canyon, just behind Las Vegas here. But they will go out. They will plant thousands of plants over several acres. They will bring in irrigation methods. Some of those structures there are things that they just build in and then completely camouflage themselves, so they're difficult to see from the air. But then as people are out, hiking or hunting or whatever, they'll come across something that's not normal in the wilderness, and then they'll report, to a local jurisdiction, and then it starts the investigative process until there's eventually.
What is this up here?
This is just a
Like
structure.
somebody's like a shack that somebody
Well,
would
that's
live
for
in?
the irrigation. They're trying to hide all the irrigation equipment to do all that.
So it's just general irrigation tubing. They'll find a water source generally, and then run those sprinkler tubing down the mountain to water all the plants, and then all of they'll stay out for weeks or months at a time. They'll build their little shacks, which is just what that is. Just I think on the backside there's probably an entry. It's, I don't know, their kitchen or a bed. But yeah, they'll stay out for weeks or months at a time to grow that, and then they harvest it, and it hits the market eventually.
And obviously these are guns up in the top right. So, we always hear that any type of activities like this have different type of other illicit activities. So like this is that type of stuff too,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, these are probably unrelated, I suppose, but probably, I think this was a drug case. Usually anytime you have some sort of narcotics thing, there's other things associated, other crimes associated with it. In this case, we ended up seizing all those weapons. There was additional handguns and stuff from a residence. And then this bottom right photo, those were all really their componentry for explosive devices. So you would, gather some of these
Oh
and
my
then.
gosh.
They're pipe bombs.
All right, last and final thing. We're going to look at this camera right here. See, it was only an hour and 12 minutes. You did good.
Yeah.
All right, we're just going to wave. And we're going to say, see you later. Bye-bye.